Namaste. Welcome. Welcome to my channel, beautiful souls. I have not done an unboxing video in ages and ages. And I have this beautiful box. You can see it's quite large that I believe I supported this Kickstarter about a year ago. And it arrived yesterday. And so all I have done is take this out of the cardboard box, and there was a cello wrapper around the tin. And so today we're going to look at what's inside and look at the beautiful Botanica tarot. I'm actually really excited. So it was everything I could do to not open it and peek in and preview this yesterday. So welcome, Tamsin and Gerald. And so let's get to it. I'm going to switch the camera over. Do either of you have this deck? Has anybody seen this? I haven't even looked for anybody else's unboxings yet. So this is a large tin. So I'm going to say this is like 3 inches. This is 3 inches high. So this is a really big, beautiful box. Okay. Wow. And on the top of the box is a small hardcover book. Wow, this is really quite extraordinary. And it has, oh my God, look at this. It has gold gilding on the side of the guidebook. Hello, Deck Harlot, welcome. Yeah, so wow, and it's got these little references on the side of the pages. This is quite extraordinary. How to read tarot. Okay, we're definitely going to come back and look at this extraordinary book. Let's unpack the box first, because like I said, I have not peeked at all. Here is a drawstring velvet bag. Okay, cool. And I'm assuming this is a tarot cloth. Wow, this is kind of fun. Now this deck there was so many extravagant options. It also came with you could also order it in a glass box. And anyway, let's have a look at the cloth. Wow, okay, so I guess we're gonna put the cloth down because it's really pretty. Sorry, it's not ironed, but we will put this down on the table. Actually, yeah, that's really nice. Okay. It's big too. It's like, it's more than 2 feet by 2 feet. Really nice. Okay, and then oh, we've got 2 pins in here. Oh my goodness, look. These are really pretty. So there's 2 pins. I don't know if you can see. Whoops, where are we going? There's one. And then this is the other pin. Wow. Okay, this is very exciting. And then inside foam. So we have the box with the deck, and then down on the bottom, there's something else inside here. And what have we got here? Oh, we have a little book thanking everybody that supported the deck. Wow. And what is this? Oh, it's just a little notebook. It's just a blank little notebook. So that's pretty sweet. Okay, let's look at the box. Oh, it's a shelf. You know, it's one of those drawer boxes. That is very cool. Okay, here we go. If I can figure out how to open it. Yep, just one side. It should just slide out, hopefully. And there's more goodies inside. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is like Christmas. All right, so we have the 2 pins. We have an embroidered little thingamajigger here, and this is no, it's not tattoos. What is this? It's metal. It's solid. I was going to say it looks like, oh, it's like a, you know, like you would hang, I don't know if you can see, like you could hang it in your car or in a window. It's really very, very pretty. And then we have some stickers. 3 stickers. Holy cow. What a package. What a package. I'm going to open that right up. And this belongs to, so that can go on the inside of the book. It's one of those peel off stickers. And then we have a mini book. I guess if you didn't order the full book, and then the cards. So let's get to the cards. Hi, Sue. Okay. Yes, it could be a Yule ornament, or we could do whatever we want with it, right? Okay, and look, oh my God, there's postcards. Holy cow, 4 or 5 postcards. Let's look at the postcards first. Okay, and then we'll get to, oh, there's the inside of the box. This is really quite something. Wow. Okay, and we'll get, I guess, I don't know which cards these are, but we'll get to that. Wow, imagine sending these postcards to somebody. They're really beautiful. I am thinking of making a I don't know if grimoire is the right word, but I'm thinking of making my own book for bibliomancy. And because I have so many postcards and stickers and special things, and these are really, really beautiful. All right, so those are the postcards, which are also edged in gold. And then let's go to the deck. And I just want to take a quick, okay, so we have symbols on top of the cards, and the major arcana are not numbered. And I will zoom in so you can see. Let's go zoom in a little bit so you can see the cards. So we start with a dandelion. That's kind of cool, hey? Don't you just love dandelions? Dandelion for the Fool. And why don't I go to the book and I'll just say the name of the flower as we're going through. I won't read you anything, but I'll just mention the name. So, oh, and my camera, I'm going to switch it. I'm going to switch it so that is there. There we go. That makes it easier for me. And there. Okay. So go to the page 1 and then we can read through what they are. Because it's kind of fun to know what the flowers are, don't you think? So the magician is mistletoe on oak. Mistletoe on oak. Hi, Kyle Liz. High priestess is elder flower. They're a little bit stuck together because of the gold gilding. The empress is magnolia. Wow. I love that this, one of the reasons I supported this deck was because it was that dark black card image, and I don't have a lot of decks that have a black background, and it's really nice to sometimes not have a white background. I also love working with flower energy. The emperor is John the Conqueror root. You can see the little symbols up on the top. The Hierophant is the rose. Am I in the right place? I don't think I am in the right place. Just a second. I'm going to go back because I feel like I missed something. There we go. That's better. So mistletoe, it's so cute. It almost looks like it's anthropomorphized. The mistletoe. Okay. Let's do this right. Let's do this right, Sadhana. Okay. The High Priestess. I think these might be out of order because this is the Empress, which is Magnolia. And then the Emperor is John the Conqueror. Okay, so that's the Magnolia. There we go. This is John the Conqueror root. And then the rose is the Hierophant, a respected teacher, a guiding hand, and spiritual enlightenment. Peony, which is probably my favorite flower of all time, is the Lovers. Attraction, relationships where all parties benefit, magnetism, and lust. Nasturtium is the Chariot. That's hilarious. My nasturtiums last summer were, I've never had such a bounty of nasturtiums. And so I totally understand the relationship between the Chariot and nasturtiums. Okay, Ironwood is strength. Well, that's a very fitting name. Fortitude, the ability to endure through tough times, and force of character. This is so pretty. This is called Winter Cherry. Winter Cherry. A humble person. This is the Hermit. Humility, someone who guides by example, a friend you can talk about with anything. The Wheel. So the Wheel is Star Anise. I've never actually seen Star Anise growing. That's kind of cool. And I just want to make sure I can see the chat. Ooh, okay. So then we go to Gladiolus for justice. You know how tall they are and how they stand up so tall and straight? That's kind of beautiful. The Narcissus is the Hanged Man. That's funny because I don't often see Narcissus hanging down. You know, they're often, well, right now they're all upright or starting to come out where I am. But I get that, right? The Narcissus kind of folding over, looking into the pond. So that makes sense. Lodgepole Pine is death. Rebirth, clearing away the past, letting go of old hurts, transformation of the self. And then we go to Water Iris, which is temperance. Adaptability, purification, self-control, and balance leads to success. The Devil is Deadly Nightshade. Frivolity, flirtatiousness, seduction, a chance for fun and playfulness. I like the variety of keywords that are suggested. Wild Apple is the Tower. Now, why would Wild Apple be the Tower? The Tower is a card of destruction. Pride is the downfall of mankind. What is built can be toppled. Ego shattered by nature. Malus seversi is an old world apple from which most of our common apples are descended. Combined with this card, it represents the fall from the Garden of Eden and man's awareness leading to its ruin. On one hand, it can be a card of fear and resistance to change, the knowledge that if you're not careful, your decisions may lead down a path you may not want to venture. On the other, it represents a chance to shift through the rubble and learn from one's mistakes. Okay, I will not read many of those. This is just to walk through initial impressions. Okay, here we go, jasmine. So the sweet smell of jasmine is the star. That works really well for me. Hey, V. Kestrel. Hi, Jonathan. Aloha, aloha. All right, then we go to Queen of the Night. Queen of the Night is the moon. That's gorgeous. Let's look at the moon and the sun side by side here. Sunflower. Happiness, pleasure of simple things, openness, and contentment. Judgment is the Easter lily. Huh. I really like these descriptions. Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to, I'll read you a couple more as we go through. And quince is the world. Travel, change, union, and reunion, a swell of pride, the achieving success, and the path of liberation. This book is so gorgeous to hold. So then when we go to the minor arcana, I'm not going to zoom out because I'm going to probably touch something on my camera, but this book is just really extraordinary. Okay, so let's look at the card and see how this is done. So the Ace of Cups we're starting with. Interesting use of the symbols. So we start with the Lotus and the Ace of Cups, which is cool, right? Makes perfect sense. Two of Cups is Ghost Orchid and Pond Apple. Get it. Different cups. I guess they're going to be in different pictures. Ooh, that's pretty. Three of Cups is Olive. The path diverges ahead, and while only one branch may be picked, all paths have merits. Pick an option. Success will follow. It's kind of a different interpretation of the Three of Cups. Four of Cups is Pitcher Plant. And then Lily of the Valley for Five of Cups. Why Lily of the Valley? A need to break dependency on others. One needs to be enough for now and defend one's right to an inner sanctum. These flowers also symbolize the return of happiness. And because of their white bowing blooms, they're thought to embody humility. Actually, that makes sense, right? Because you know how often in the RWS deck that the head of the figure in front is bowing over. Hi, Tammy Pie. Okay, and then Buttercups. Is that where we are? Yes, Buttercups is the 6, childhood innocence. How many of you, I don't know, I still do it actually. I pick up Buttercups and put them underneath my kids' chins or people's chins. I love to do that. It reminds me of summer and being on the field and in the park. Protea. You know, I just learned about this flower through oracle cards. I have a couple of oracle decks with this flower in them. So Protea is 7 of Cups. Anything is possible. The key word is freedom. If one can imagine it, one can create it. Adaptability. And then we go to 8. So 8 is Aconite. The well is poisoned and it may be time to move on. Lack of fulfillment. Because it is shaped like a knight's helmet, arrowheads were dipped in its juice for hunting as well. In the ancient world, it was used to poison wells and springs to stop advancing armies. Indian aconite is one of the most dangerous plants in the world, containing large quantities of toxic alkaloid pseudaconitine, which can quickly cause heart failure. The vessels are based on vintage brass lassie cups. Oh, that's it. Okay, so we have information about the choice of cup as well, too, in the description. Beautiful. And then 9 of Cups is Medinilla Magnifica. Flights of fancy, pipe dreams, happy fantasy, and blissful ignorance. And then 10 of Cups. Looks like bleeding heart. Is that? No, it's not. Where are we at? 10 of, isn't that funny? I said 10 of hearts. No, okay. So I'm wrong here. So 9, the 9 is baobab, and the 10 is Medinilla Magnifica. Okay. So I'm not familiar with all of these plants. And then the page is the strawberry. Wild strawberry. Oh, isn't that sweet? Page of Cups is wild strawberry. And the knight is eglantine. Let's look at the card. Here's the knight. Ooh, what's going on with the queen here? Is that a... Interesting with that. What is this? This is sorcerer's garlic. Sorcerer's garlic. The status symbol on this card is a gold diadem with Heracle's knot and encrusted with pearls and garnets. Oh, and the king has the diadem too. Huh. And the king is Centauri. Someone wise and good with words, sensitive and with touch, in touch with nature, with interest in many fields of learning. A healing touch. And then we go to Ace of, what is the next one? Now, is this swords? Ace of Swords. Protea, yes. Yeah, of course. It's prolific in Hawaii. Wow. And so the Ace of Swords is down into the earth, which is a slightly different connotation, right, than the ace up to the earth. This feels like, the sword and the stone kind of energy. Pure, unbending idealism, victory, achieving a true inner and outward peace of oneself. And this is Sage. The 2, what in the world is that? It looks like an underwater plant. It is. It's sugar kelp. Sugar kelp. Equilibrium of one's inner and outer self, but with a lack of direction. Okay, and then here's the bleeding. Oh, of course, bleeding heart is 3 of Swords. Now, this is a plant that grows everywhere where I live. All different kinds of species of bleeding heart. Very, very common here. And then, ooh, what is that? 4. Snowdrop. Oh, snowdrop. Okay, that makes sense. Snowdrop, a time for healing after battle, recuperation, consolatory touch from someone who cares. 6, no, so this is the 4 of Swords. The 5 of Swords is stinging nettle. This is very clever. Very, very clever. And I love, just like in the cups, how the swords, the hilts of the swords, the details of the hilts of the swords are so different. 6 of Swords. Snuff box sea bean. I spend a lot of time in the water. I don't know anything about this plant, so I will have to look that one up. Foxglove for the 7. 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords. Why would we have foxglove here? Okay, help me with this one, you guys. Foxglove. So foxglove is digitalis, heart medicine. Tarot stash. You just ordered it, Gerald. Why? Okay, help me here, you guys. Why would we have foxglove for 7 of Swords? Foxglove is heart medicine, digitalis. I'm trying to figure this out without reading. It's cunning, devious, a foolhardy plan, ill-advised confidence. Thought to be the flower of fairies who wore the blossom on their heads. There's a story that fairies bestowed the flowers to foxes so that they could sneak into chicken coops silently and evade men's snares. And in Norse mythology, it is said that foxes wear the flowers around their necks to signal to each other that there is danger nearby. It is also thought to be bad luck to trim them and bring them indoors, as it invites evil into the home. Mysterious powers are given to those that wear the flowers. The swords are Viking, narrow sea axes, small sharp blades hidden amongst the flowers. How cool is that? Wow. Okay. All right, let us go on. So 8, ooh, that's pretty, is ice plant. Ice plant. Oh, I'm going to have a field day reading through all these descriptions. 9 is poppy. Oh, that's perfect, right? 9 of Swords is poppy. Love that. And then 10 of Swords is bluebells, misfortune, despair, anguish, overcome of pain, misery. Why bluebells for that? Okay. For me, this is important. Like in order for me to work with a deck like this, I need to understand why the plant is chosen for the card. And sometimes that takes a little bit of time, but I'm loving the colors in this deck. It's so vibrant, so beautiful. Yeah, for Ace, no, around the pages. Page of Swords is Mandrake. That is very cool. I'm loving the did you say diadem or diadem? I don't know. Diadem. That is beautiful. So Mandrake for the Page of Swords, Venus flytrap for the Knight of Swords. Queen of Swords is red oleander. A strong person who is always on their guard. They are ruthless in pursuit of their goals, warm but stern, and maybe a little aloof. Ooh, okay, this sounds good. I'm going to read this one too. This is beautiful. Red oleander is a powerfully poisonous plant. Every single part of it is poisonous, even the smoke it creates from being burned. It's sacred to Durga, the powerful multi-armed Hindu goddess of war. She's much more than that, but anyway, she was created by the pantheon of gods to fight a devastating demon and was gifted the weapons from each of the gods. Durga embodies the two key aspects of the Queen of Swords. She is strong and unrelenting, but she has a nurturing and warm side to her. In this way, she is revered as a protector, a warrior, and a mother. The status symbol on this card is a type of crown called Kiri Tamu Kuta. Kiri Tamu Kuta, inlaid with opals and topped with everlasting lotus buds. I love this card. It is beautiful, beautiful. King of Swords is Camellia. Noble demeanor, albeit a bit cold. Love the helmet. Okay, and then we go to Ace of Wands is Hawthorn. That's very, very pretty. Very pretty. Okay. Snapdragon. So we're going to have flowers, right? Flowers that are standing up. Hi, Alana. Welcome. Beautiful. Okay, where are we? Okay, so we had Camellia for the king. Lost my place. Hawthorn, and then Snapdragon for the two. So 2 of Wands. 3 of Wands is Sakaki tree. Sakaki tree. Look at all the little spiky things on it. I don't know this one either. Sakaki tree. Very cool. All right, 4 is Frig's grass. Frig's grass is also known as lady's bed straw because the dried plant was used to stuff mattresses. Well, isn't that an interesting piece of information? Thistle is 5. That's very clever. 5 of Wands is thistle. I like that. Clematis is 6 of Wands. Clematis. And then Datura or thorn apple. This reminds me of Outlander. I just can't wait for the new season to start. I'm just like, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Claire in Outlander uses thorn apple smoke in a couple of different situations in the show. Just reminds me of that. So 7 of Wands is thorn apple. A struggle or confrontation is brewing, strength to endure the ordeal. 8 is blackberry brown. Okay, so 8 of this would make sense for 8 of Swords. Blackberry bramble for 8 of Wands. I hope I've got the suits right. Dedication to a cause and juggling multiple projects at once successfully. 8 of Wands. Okay. 9 of Wands is Saguaro. Strength in reserve. Biding one's time ensures success. And then 10 of Wands is Forget-Me-Not. Gonna move these over here so you'll get a shadow. Wow, what a package of stuff on the table. Okay, and then the court cards for the Wands are Sacred Fig. So let's go here. Sacred Fig. and Passion Flower. Passion Flower is the Knight of Wands. Someone with equal measures of passion and cruelty, hot-blooded. Huluputri. No, Huluputri is the Queen of Wands. So let's look at the Queen and the King. Huluputri, a sensual person full of warmth, a natural charismatic leader and creative opportunities. And a king is pomegranate, a passionate person, possibly in a position of power, noble, bearing, electric, energetic, a potent lover. Cool. Okay, and then the last suit, so we're going to go to Pentacles. Oh, and we're going to get all kinds of beautiful coins, I can tell here, from around the world. Okay, so the Ace is grapes, prosperity and its nourishment. Yes, I did back the Kickstarter. Yeah, so I ordered this about a year ago, and it just came yesterday, Jonathan. Okay, and then, where are we here? Egyptian blue water lily is the 2. Crocus is 3 of Pentacles. Honing one's skills to master a craft. Common honeysuckle is 4 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles. Common honeysuckle. What is the association? It's funny, you know, when we all have our connections with certain plants and flowers and associations, and then somebody takes you in a different direction. It's kind of it's a little bit of a stretch, a little bit of a challenge for me, but that's okay. I'm really liking the feel and the colors of this deck. Okay, so common honeysuckle, and then hellebore is 5. So 5 is hardship, misfortune, ill tidings. Ooh, I want to see. These shade-loving flowers have a reputation for dark magical properties and are sacred to witches and goddesses alike. They are highly toxic and were used to poison, again, another thing that was used to poison the water. I guess there was a lot of poisoning the water in one day. And then we have raspberries, looks like. Yes, raspberries is 6 of Pentacles. That's beautiful. Anemone is 7 of Pentacles. Love this. I really like anemone. There's something about that. Forward motion. Change leads to growth. Acanthus is 7 of Pentacles. Acanthus. 8 is purple saxa. I don't know how to say this. Saxifrage. Saxifrage. So purple saxifrage, solitary enjoyment of the good things in life, wisdom where one's own interests lie. You know, it'd be really cool. I just need to check, to know where these plants grow. If you're not familiar with them, it's nice to know where they are native to. Eucalyptus is the 10 of Pentacles. Very pretty. Yeah, and then I'm going to have quite the time. I got to figure out what the pins and the stickers, which ones they are as well too. Okay, and then page is daisies. Page of Pentacles, daisies. I love the crown on this one. That's beautiful. It's very elegant. It looks like a moon. We haven't had any moons in this card. I didn't notice if there were any full moons. Look at the dragon statue. So the Knight of Pentacles is honesty. So the Knight of this card is supposed to be an embodiment of honest work. So the plant was easily chosen. Honesty has many names, mostly chosen for its unique semi-transparent seed vessels and the seeds within that look like coins. Penny flower, money in both pockets, Chinese money plant. But many of its older names refer to the vessel itself appearing like a full moon. Moonwort luminary and its Latin name lunaria. Regardless of its name, it was thought to grow in the gardens of honest people. And there's much more. Okay, and then the last two cards, we have the Queen and the King of Pentacles. Kind of like the simplicity of the crown for the Queen. Pretty. Okay, Tammy Pie. Oh, you're talking about, I don't know if you're talking about ordering this deck or another one. Okay, and so Queen is yellow chrysanthemum, magnificence, a stately person of power, and then the King is oak, a good host, a figure. All right. All right, I'm going to show you a few other things in the guidebook. So for those of you that missed the beginning, I unboxed this amazing package, the Kickstarter package. Let me zoom out. It's a pretty sweet little book. So I want to show you the difference between the little white book and the extra book, if that is still an option, because that's always good to know. So here we have Stinging Nettle. And then let's go to the little book and just see the difference. Because that, you know, if you don't need to order the big book, you don't need to order the big book. Okay, so for Stinging Nettle, where are we here? So you get the keywords, a short reverse meaning, and you get about 30 words. So are you getting the whole thing or not? The last word is century. Looks like you're getting the whole thing. I think you get the whole thing. So there's the same number of words for the description. You just don't get the picture. And so in the little white book, there's a spread. There's no introduction to the deck. And then in this book, you do get, right, you get the introduction, the background on the book. And then I saw something at the back that looked kind of interesting. So process selected, the bibliography. Oh, this is really kind of beautiful. It's the kind of the journey of the deck. I love this. I love learning about the backstories of creators. And the choosing of the colors. Special thanks. Beautiful. Wow. All right. So that is the Botanica Tarot. Wow. And it does come in a few different incarnations, like a few different versions of the deck. And so this version came in this large tin, and in it was this is the box. So it's a drawer box. Make sure I put it in the right way. So the cards came in the drawer box with a whole bunch of extra things: the cloth, which was underneath the cards, the pins, the badge, the stickers. I actually like this. I think I'm going to hang this in my car. It's really pretty. It's the dandelion. I love it. Love it. Love it. Sadhana made me do it. Wow. Okay. So should we see how they shuffle? Yeah, let's see how they shuffle. Okay. And then why don't we just pull a card and then Make sure I get the postcards out of the way because the postcards are the same size. I'll turn the camera back, and you can see how they shuffle. And you know, one of the thing is that this is not it fits in my hand. It's fat, but it's not. Oh, okay. So I cannot shuffle them. They're really stiff. I think they're really stiff because of the gold on the edge. The gold on the edge is like really, really solid. So this will be just overhand shuffle. I wonder if I can riffle shuffle half the pack. Let's see. Yeah, I can riffle shuffle half. And probably if you spend a lot of time riffle shuffling, you know, sometimes you damage the gold. So it's quite stiff. And I'm not one of those, like, I can't do that fall, you know, the fall in shuffle where you just kind of let them fall together. And that's something I've never quite figured out. Anyway, so yeah, so it's definitely an overhand shuffle deck. It's a good size for little hand people. All right, so let's do a quick. There's not too many people in the chat. Do you want me to pull a card for you? I can pull a card. I didn't do any readings yesterday. I just really needed some me time yesterday, so I decided to just not to do my readings. I was really tired. Yeah, but I can pull a card. Why don't we do that? Would anybody like a card? Yes, after a little while, after they break in, I might be able to riffle shuffle them. Yeah. Okay, so the chat's a little bit delayed. I can open the tarot stash, please. Me. Okay, yes, please. Excellent. All right. So I'm going to stop the chat so I can go through this one at a time. And okay, so this is for Jonathan. And I'm going to open the book so I can very quickly, if I don't remember what the card was. Okay. Jonathan. Foxglove. Foxglove. So do you remember, this is one of the ones I read out loud. Seven of Swords. I'm really, really intrigued by this plant. It's very, very, I don't know, I think there's something to be, you probably don't get foxglove in Hawaii, do you, Jonathan? No. Okay. Thought to be the flower of fairies. That's right. So I was hung up on the medicine. So maybe for you, Jonathan, there's something about the heart medicine as well, right? You being connected to natural healing and natural medicine. Okay, so that's the Seven of Swords. Hello, Luna. I'm not going to spend time reading these because these are fresh out of the box. All right, V Kestrel. This is for V Kestrel. They're so pretty. Page. Oh, this is the wild strawberry. Page of Cups. There you go. That's so sweet. So a little sweetness in your day. Really pretty. I think that helped actually saying the names as I was going through. I think that's going to help me to remember what they all are. All right, Tarot Stash. This is for Gerald. Gerald. Which planet is this? This is the 10 of Swords, Gerald. I hope you're laughing. And Gerald can tell you why I said that. Oh, Gerald. Okay, so bluebells. In the original myth, the sun god Apollo loved the young Spartan Hyacinthus, but the god of the west wind, Zephyrus, was jealous. One day, when Apollo was throwing a discus for Hyacinthus to catch, the west wind sharply blew, blasting the discus back at the boy, killing him, and he lay dying. Apollo grew flowers from the blood that dripped into the earth. Ovid originally describes the flowers as more orient than the purple cloth in green, in a shape of a lily. The writhing shape of the leaves on the card is a nod to, oh, okay, I didn't read the whole thing. Anyway, beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, who is next? All right, Kyle is a card for spring. All right, this is for Kyle Liz. Hey, Jen. Welcome to my channel. I don't think I've met you before. Okay, Kyle is. Kyle is, oh, puppy. Puppy. It feels so quiet. Sorry, I'm gazing at the card. It's so beautiful. So, this feels very watery to me. It feels very internal. Maybe a message of a quiet walk. I feel like in a Japanese garden where it's quiet and it's kind of mournful. I'm gonna just look at yeah. Mournful is a perfect word. When the Greek goddess Demeter discovered that her daughter Persephone had been kidnapped by Hades, she wandered the land and the earth grew cold and mournful around her. Finally, when she was overcome by grief, the gods created a circle of poppies around her, which caused the bereft goddess to fall into a restful slumber. Sounds like the Wizard of Oz. Poppies are woven into the crowns of the goddess of night, Nyx, and the god of death, Thanatos. White seeds were added to a caudle of almond milk to induce sleep, and opium is created out of the latex that drips from their capsules. These flowers can provide rest, but their power is easily misused. The swords are Makaira, which were often used for ritualistic sacrifices. Okay, so maybe some reflective time this card is about for Kyle. Okay. Jen. The sticker that came, this is so sweet. It reminds me of school. Elementary school, getting those little "this belongs to" sticker. All right, this card is for Jen Robinson. This is the Which card is this? Is this Strength? This is the card. Just a second. I need to figure out where we're at with this one. Let me check. Quickly. Yes. Yes, it is Strength. Good guess, Sadhana. Ironwood. Fortitude, the ability to jar through tough. So, and also in this deck, it is the 8th card, if that is important to you. Ironwood. What do we know about ironwood? The plant that represents it is ironwood. I'm not going to say the Latin name. Extremely hard and durable evergreen tree which grows well in difficult terrains in Mozambique, where it is called Simbir, I think. Can't quite see the font. It is used as supporting pillars for houses and made into bridges. Wow. Okay, so that's your card, Jen. And then let's go to Sue. Okay. Sue. For those of you that are in the Facebook group, after I'm done here, I'm going to record some drumming, and I'm going to do some drumming tonight at 6 o'clock. Also in book club on Friday night, I'm going to do some drumming. We're working with The Way of the Shaman, the book by Michael Harner, and just going to talk a little bit about the introduction to journeying. So, all right, this is for Sue C. That was a very magnetic, interesting cut. Okay, I think this is the Tower. And this is one of the ones I read out loud. Okay, I'll just let you know which apple this is. This is, does anybody remember which apple this was? Oh, it just says wild apple. The reference was to the Garden of Eden and man's awareness leading to its ruin. On the other hand, it represents a chance to sift through the rubble and learn from one's mistakes, a humbling event or experience, a broken cycle. Okay. I don't know. You know, when I pause the chat, I miss out on so many things. Hi, Candy. And Jamie's here too. Welcome. All right. And it's very pretty, isn't it, Alana? I'm glad you laughed, Gerald, when that card came up. Yes. All righty. Is that good? Anybody else? Okay, I'm glad the coffee resonated. Hey there, Jezebel. Thank you for being here. Where are we at here? Yes, we're at the end. We're at the end. I just was pulling a few cards. Would anybody else like a card? I have a few more minutes that I can hang out here. There we go. I'm actually caught up in the chat. Okay. Yes, Candy, of course you can have a card. I feel like this whole package is just it's just this beautiful package on my table here. And is this weird? I can't wait to go iron the cloth and spread out the cloth on the table. Yeah. Okay. This is for the lovely Candy. Which Botanica? Okay. Candy. Oh, okay. So this is the same one as Gerald. So this is the Ten of Swords. This is the Bluebells. I'm going to go back to that page again. I'm going to go back. I actually kind of like that the descriptions aren't too long. They are, it just makes it a lot easier to start to remember and to start working with the deck. Oh, this was the discus story with Apollo. Okay, I'm going to read the middle part that I didn't read before. Ovid originally describes the flowers as more orient than the purple cloth in a grain, in shape, a lily. And John Gerard believes these to be bluebells. Oh, sorry, I'm not reading this very well here. Oriented quotation marks, meaning the color red in this case. Ovid also wrote that the flowers had the Greek I, or the sound of grief written on the petals. The writhing shape of the leaves on this card is a nod to that sound. The sword, okay, yeah. So it is. It's also a very mournful card. We've had a few of these draws today, but there's something really profound about the color of the bright, the fuchsia with the blue, the pink and the blue, and the shape. And I love how the ribbons are drawn to mirror that. So yeah. Candy, I seem to remember something about you in this card. You and the Ten of Swords in something. Anyway, you're welcome, love. Alrighty. Alana. I'll go right to the hour. So, and then I need to start drumming. So this is for Alana. Alana. I love this pen. Oh my goodness. I think I'm gonna, I wonder if that's the Datura. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to go through and match. I know a card flew off. It was like stuck together with another card. Okay. All right, this one's for Alana. This is this the Lovers? I think this is the Peony. This is the Peony. This is the Lovers. I will double check. Just want to make sure. So beautiful. Okay, so let's go to yes, it is. I love this flower so much. Let's see if we can get, I chose peonies because they have flamboyant blooms that are perfect flowers, a botanical term for flowers with both reproductive parts and for the generosity they exhibit in their symbiotic relationship with ants. An old wives' tale posits that the flowers secrete a dew in order to enlist the aid of insects to help their buds open. That's very cool. While this has been disproven as a necessity, it's a beneficial relationship for both parties. The ants get an easy source of sugar, and they fight to protect the peonies from other insects that might harm their developing buds in that way. The Lovers is about people being their whole, complete selves and sharing that with others. I love that. So few decks use that kind of language about the Lovers card. It's really, really important to me. The Lovers is about people being their whole, complete selves and sharing that with others. Oh, that's just so beautiful, so perfect. Okay. Oh, Jamie, you ordered it and it hasn't arrived yet? Yeah. Very, very beautiful, beautiful package. Hello there, Project Refined Life. Yes, you did miss the walkthrough, but you can go back and watch the replay. Is anybody still there? I don't know what happened. The signal dropped, and I know that was a long time. Anyway, maybe that is my signal to sign off for the day. And I want to wish you all a very joyful and beautiful rest of your day. And let me know how this deck is working for you if you've already received yours. Bright blessings to everybody. Namaste.